Mother, is that inside?
What? Where?
It's outside.
It's out.
What is up, you guys? Jessie here. We are in Minneapolis for the Wander Writers Retreat, and I am joined with Brooke Passmore from By the Brook on YouTube. Today we're going to be talking about our favorite parts of the writing process. So that's fun. For me, it's definitely drafting. There's no competition there. Like, I guess unless you consider spending all day on Pinterest making inspiration boards part of the writing process, or making Spotify playlists, because I do that way too often, spend so much time doing that. So that's usually how my process starts before I even start storyboarding. But I've shown you guys in a previous video how I do storyboarding, and you know, after that goes into my least favorite part of the process, which is outlining. I really, really hate it.
Ew.
It's the worst.
Ew. That's why I don't do it.
Yeah. Outlining is just literally the worst thing in the world. But then you get to move on to drafting, which is my favorite thing if you don't count the other stuff I was just talking about. And then obviously after drafting comes editing, which is a whole process in itself, to be honest. What's your favorite part of the writing process? Please take this away from me.
My favorite part of the writing process is actually not the writing, it's the editing. And so first drafts, I do not like. And which is why I am still in the middle of my first draft, because I don't like it. I want to get it done so that way the editing part can come into play, and there's alarms going on in the background.
Yeah.
Shoot. Hopefully you guys can hear that, but anyway. So the editing process is like so much more my thing, because I just can prettify. That's a word, right? I'm making it up. I can prettify everything that the sentences are. I can make just characters have more depth and just more emotion to their story arcs and just their overall growth and whatnot. And so definitely editing for sure, just so that way I can just make everything better. Please make it better, because the first draft is not good. So yeah, I like to beautify it with the editing, if I can beautify it.
I think personally for me, drafting is my favorite, because that's when the story really starts to come into itself and become a real thing. Because I think with brainstorming, you're in your head so much and it's just your ideas, but when you actually start writing it, it becomes this concrete thing. It's written down, it's a thing. I just think that's kind of where the magic comes from, is creating the world and writing the world into an actual story with characters and dialogue and descriptions. Because sometimes, depending on if you outline or how like detailed you outline, you might not have everything fleshed out, because I know when I outline, it's literally the bare minimum.
See, I don't like drafting as much because it's so hard to translate what is in your head and putting it onto the screen, because it's like everything is just so like magnificent almost. This sounds so like what I write is magnificent, but no, that's not what I'm meaning. It's just like you just have the overall picture in your head, and then once you start to write it out, it's just like, well, this is not the beauty, this is the crap that I'm putting onto the page.
Almost worried it's not going to live up to what you have.
Yes, it's like this is, I have to like work on transferring. That's the part that I hate about it, and that's hard.
For me, from what I can remember, drafting has always been my favorite part of the process. I'm not sure if that will ever change in the future, but for now, it's just what I enjoy and look forward to the most when I'm outlining a book. That's probably why I don't like outlining so much, because I'm just so anxious and excited to start writing the story that I just want to start doing it. So I try to kind of rush through an outline just so I can start drafting, because it's my favorite part.
Yeah, I feel like editing used to kind of like not be such a thing for me to like, because it was so overwhelming. But as the process has continued, and the more that I have just kind of had more experience of writing, it's just been like, okay, well now this is a love of mine, rather than something I'm just like, oh, I'm dreading. So now that I'm just a lot more experienced and just doing it so much more, it's like, okay, I love that. But now I'm not being able to edit, because now I'm still in the first draft of the book. So I miss editing. I can't wait to go back to it.
And for me, when I'm writing my books, the brainstorming never stops, even when I'm drafting. So I still get to live that part that I love while also drafting, which, like I said, is my favorite part. And it can take me anywhere from 2 to 6 months to draft a book. So basically I get to spend a lot of time doing my favorite part of the writing process, which is really nice.
Yeah, see, like with me, it's just like it takes so much longer to go ahead and do everything. Like you guys can like bust out a book like that, like nothing. I need to get better with that. So yeah, the whole editing and writing process, it's a months long thing. Like my first book that I ever wrote, it was more of like, it took like 2 years to like kind of write it and edit it all together to where I liked it. And so now I'm like, okay, I don't want to spend 2 years on a book. I gotta like pick up the pace. I gotta do something here. So hopefully I can try and pick up the pace.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, there, I just said it.
So let us know what you're currently working on and where people can find you.
Yeah, right now I'm working on this book that is set in 1920s New Orleans, and it's a nice kind of cool paranormal type setting, and there are some vampires in it and other types of supernatural mayhem occurring, and so I'm really liking it. Yeah, I'm really liking it. Jesse actually knows the title. I'm not revealing it to anyone yet. I'll have to like I'm just gonna like have to wait and see like when I'm wanting to go ahead and reveal it to everybody else. But Jesse knows it, and you like it, right? Hopefully.
I love it.
Yeah, she likes it. I'm excited. But yeah, and you can go ahead and find me on Instagram and Twitter. I am at _Brooke Passmore on those, and then and my YouTube channel is By the Brook, so catch me there.
That is gonna be it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and thank you, Brooke, for joining me. I will leave all of her links down below, so you should definitely go check her out. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel on your way out. If you're new here, I post new writing related videos every Friday. If there's something you want me to talk about in my next video, you can always leave a comment down below or tweet me. All my social media information is down below, including my author website.
Buy her book!
If you're interested in reading my books or learning more about them, you can check out the links down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you next Friday. Bye! The whole thing?
Yeah!
Okay. Okay.
Sorry.
Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. What is up? And Allison is giggling in the background like a little child.
It's like you're enjoying it.
Yeah? As long or not, if... Has editing always been your favorite part?
I feel like it has, but I'm wanting to say something different a little bit.
You could lie. Be like, I used to hate editing, and now I love it. Don't lie.
I know, because then in another video, but Brooke, you used to say this on Jesse's channel. Oh my gosh, what is it then? That's why my videos take so long, is because I'll just like think.
This is why I had a script. You were supposed to prepare answers.
But we've been having a great old time.
Oh, honey, that's why I sent it to you before the retreat.
I had to pack.
For days?
Yeah. I have a lot of extensions.
Would you need a suitcase for each extension? So you have like a mini suitcase